Hi moms and dads. Parental Alienation Survival Coach brings you another video in the series on taking care of you. So important to take care of yourself when you're going through some really tough emotional times. This really applies to everyone, not just parents that have been affected by parental alienation. But remember, that is a really severe form of abuse. It's a form of child abuse. And yet we do suffer because our children are being abused. So when you're being psychologically abused and your children are being psychologically abused, it's really important that you take steps to take care of yourself. And of course, we would love to be able to take care of our children as well. Well, today I want to talk about the importance of being in nature. I wonder if you can hear some of the sounds of nature behind me. There have been studies that walking in nature really do cause physical changes to your brain, and positive ones. They say in recent studies, you can look these up online, you'll see them in the New York Times and other well-respected publications. They've been saying since about 2015 or so, this research has come out, that walking in nature or being around nature, sometimes even just living near nature and being able to view it from your window, has profound changes to your brain and the way your thoughts are processed. They claim scientifically that being in nature stops that repetitive cycle. They call it brooding or fretting, that cyclical nature of your thoughts, which you just can't get out of, and that downward spiral of thoughts that we sometimes get caught in. It actually interrupts that by walking in nature. And I don't know if it's directly related to the sounds of nature and the sights of nature. I think it might be. I think it might be connected to the unpredictability when you're out in nature. You never know what you're going to see. It's not like the static environment of being in your cubicle at work or your four walls of your home. So just a reminder that being in nature is really good for your health, especially as you suffer the pain of losing your children. That's a pain that you probably didn't see coming. You're a great parent, you love your children, and they are extracted from your life like a tooth. And not only are they taking away from your life like an extracted tooth, but they're taught to hate you and not want you. And that is so painful. Many of us have never experienced being hated by anyone. And now it's our children that are sending daggers of hate our way. And it's not their fault. They've been psychologically abused. And if you need more information on that, many of my other videos cover what's happening to my child. But today we're just talking about taking care of you. And I urge everyone to go out in nature. And that's why I'm doing this video from a beautiful nature spot right near my home that I try to visit frequently. I have my dog with me, that's why I might seem a little distracted. So I'm gonna try to give you a chance to take a look at Buddy, my dog. So hopefully the camera's on Buddy. I've turned it around so I can't see, but Buddy's digging for sticks and rocks, and sometimes he takes a big rock out of the water. So that's just fun. Also, having a dog helps to take care of you. It's that unconditional love that greets you all the time when you have a great pet. So it's a big responsibility to have a pet, but they really do add to your joy. So I'm going to turn the camera around and see if we can get some video on some of the experiences of nature that are so vital to our health and well-being. Maybe you could see Buddy, he just pulled a stick from the water and he's tearing it apart. We have a little bit of a babbling brook here. I really hope you can hear the sounds. And sometimes you just hear the sounds of birds and frogs and foxes making their cat call noises. And just, you never know what kind of flowers you're going to stumble upon. And, sometimes you'll see a newly fallen tree and the beautiful inside of a tree that you don't ever really get to see. It's only the beginning of spring, so we don't have a lot of color yet, but walking in nature just gives you that opportunity to just get your mind off things. And it's not just a intentional, although that's important to have really good intentional thoughts, but it happens to your brain without you even thinking about it. They definitely are saying with this new research that physical changes happen in your brain when you're out in nature. Here's another beautiful little flower. I hope I'm getting it in the camera frame. It's hard because I'm turning the camera around so that you can see. You can hopefully see what I see. And here at the bottom of a tree trunk is another really pretty flower. Another yellow one like the one we just saw. Even the texture of some tree trunks is amazing. Look at this one, how textural it is. This tall tree. And right next to it, we have another tree with a very, very smooth texture. So I think it's all of this variety that you see in nature. And here we have my dog Buddy trying to catch a butterfly. So that's just delightful. Puts a smile on your face. So anyway, just a short video to remind you to take care of you. Okay, moms and dads? I know you're hurting. I know it's painful. You probably already know I'm also an alienated mom. And that's why I devote so much time to helping other alienated parents and even alienated adult children. I like to reach out to them, try to understand the mind of the alienated child, and to offer them comfort and compassion as well. Remember, they're psychologically abused, and often they take that into adulthood, like mine have. Not good. It's not healthy. There have been so many studies. You may be aware of the ACE study, Adverse Childhood Experiences, and how that has a long-lasting effect on a child's life. We just wish we could rescue our children from the adverse childhood experience of parental alienation, and sometimes you can, and sometimes you have to keep fighting, and other times you have to be able to accept the things you can't change, because there does come a point sometimes where it's up to the adult child, and there's nothing that we can really do for that adult child that's going to bring them to the point where they want to reconcile. That has to come from within them sometimes. And you'll know, moms and dads, you'll know when it's time to accept it and move on and live a happy, productive life, always being open and willing to welcome them back into your life, of course, never stopping your love, but sometimes stopping your fight. Sometimes that's what you have to do, and you'll know when that time comes. But anyway, in the meantime, regardless of where you are in the fight or in the acceptance, it's important to take care of you. We've done some videos on nutrition. We've done some videos on arts and crafts and how that can help. And now this one on walking in nature. It's really, really good for your soul. And Parental Alienation Survival Coach really tries to address your mind, your body, and your soul. So walking is also good for your body, as you know. So try and do it, moms and dads. Find a place in nature where you can go for a walk and experience a little change in your brain activity. I know it's hard, but you're not alone. None of us are. Stay strong, moms and dads.